welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 9th through September the Let me see. Through September the 15th. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for all the wonderful sentiments and for your patience and your support and loyalty during this really difficult time. As most of you know, my brother passed away last week, so I just needed some time, alone in solitude to kind of contemplate my feelings around that. So I really, really appreciate you. And these readings are dedicated to my brother Michael. I know he would have said, get on with it, So that's what I'm doing. It doesn't mean I don't get sad at times, but the show must go on. And anyway, these readings are for the collective, guys. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're new, welcome. I really hope you enjoy these readings and that you come back. If you would like a personal, more tailored reading, you may click on this link here or go to my website. And all the links for everything is in the show more section below, the description box. I will have links to the other videos in there because this is for your sun, moon and rising. So check out the other videos. And I also have a Facebook group that's closed, and the link to that will be there. And every other week I do a live feed just for that group, and we talk. I look at the aspects and how usually it's a full moon and a new moon. That's how I do it every 2 weeks, and we look at your sign and how you will be impacted by that celestial sky at the time. And I also do, answer questions with the tarot, so that we have fun in that group. So, join the group. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and please like, share and comment on my videos. I'd really appreciate that. Now my videos come in 3 sections: the intro, which is this, then the astrological reading, and then the tarot. And there are skip times for each section in the show more section below, so you'll be able to skip, especially if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising. And another way to support this channel is through Patreon, and I really want to thank my patrons. I really appreciate you. Thank you for believing in me and supporting me. And I especially want to thank Hilary Smith, has been so generous and so kind during this time, and Joe Lamar. He's also been extremely generous and kind and checking in on me, and Beth, thank you so much. Beth has been extremely generous and caring and kind. So everyone's been very kind. I'm very, very fortunate to have such wonderful and incredible people in my life, and I'm really thankful for that from the bottom of my heart. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology section, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrological portion of your reading for the week of September the 9th through the 15th. And what a dynamic celestial sky we have this week. It is incredible. At the beginning of the week, we start off with a stellium of planets in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. It's a mutable sign, which means it's kind of flexible and, it sways, it moves here and moves there. There are 4 planets in Virgo at the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, 2 of those planets will move into Libra. So that will be Mercury and Venus. So they move from this very kind of heavy, grounded earth sign into a very light intellectual air sign. But more about that later, because the big news this week is the full moon in Pisces on the 13th or 14th of September, which is the Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are on the planet. Now, the full moon, as most of you know, is when the sun is opposite the moon. In fact, it is the sun that is reflecting on the moon that gives the moon the light. The moon doesn't have any light of its own per se. It just reflects the moon, the light from the sun. So a full moon is the completion of the lunar cycle. So it is the culmination of the cycle. It's a time, it's the crescendo, if you will. It rules our emotions. So we're very affected by the moon, and it's very close to the Earth. It's the closest planet to the Earth, so we definitely feel that. And it's a very fast-moving planet. That's why they say, you know, Cancerians are ruled by the moon, right? And that, you know, they call them moody because the moon, you know, moves very fast, faster than any other planet. So they go through moods quickly. Now, the full moon is a really good time to let go, to slough off your emotions, to forgive yourself, forgive others, to let go of something that needs to go, to allow that to move away, to just let it go. Sometimes it's good to look at what we started at the new moon and see how far we've come. Has it completed? Whatever we planned or started at the first moon, at the new moon, I mean, can come to a culmination at the full moon. Now, on Friday, the 13th, this is before the full moon in Pisces. And I just want to mention, right, so the moon is in Pisces and the sun is in Virgo. Virgo, as I said before, is this grounding, mutable energy. And Pisces is a mutable energy also. It's watery. It's the most sensitive of all signs. It's the oldest sign in the zodiac. It is a completion of the zodiac, if you will. So where Virgo is very practical and grounding and analytical and, you know, problem solving, Pisces is kind of very ethereal. There's a connection with the ethereal realm. It's like having one foot in the ethereal realm and one foot on the ground, right? And Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is actually next to this moon at the time. So the thing about Neptune is this is a really spiritual and what do I want to say? Psychic, intuitive full moon. This is when we tap into our intuition. You know, it's where logic and intuition come into play. It's almost like the head and the heart come together, and you can really make intelligent decisions. It's really a wonderful time for meditation, for connecting with the higher realm. Not only that, okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. So Mercury is, so on Friday before Mercury and Venus move into Libra, they are together in Virgo, what we call conjunct. And their energies are melding, right? And they are, you know, Venus is about relationships, and Mercury is about conversation. It's about communication. This is a communicating full moon. It is an intuitive full moon. It's so powerful. This is really important. This is an incredible time. It's almost like epiphanies can happen during this time, because the sun is also on that same day, on Friday, actually at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun trines Pluto. Now, 333, means the angels and the ascended masters are surrounding you, right? And this is so what's happening. The sun, the creator, right? Godlike. And you've got Pluto from the underworld, but really, a power. It's a power dynamic. This is strong and powerful. And it's in a trine is a beautiful relationship. So this is a wonderful opportunity to be empowered, to look at your own personal power, to go within, to seek guidance from the ethereal realm, from spirit, from the angels, to connect with them. I mean, this is just it's so incredible. Now, when when this full moon happens, right, we have all of this, what I like to call a cosmic soup happening. We have this, what we call a T-square in astrology, and this means that it's like a very kind of wide triangle, if you will, from the full moon to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is about expansion. It's about, spirituality. It's about the higher realms. It's higher learning, right? And it's in a contentious relationship with the moon and the sun at the same time. Now, squares are kind of motivators, right? They're contentious, but there's a breaking point, right, where they break apart, and then something wonderful comes out of it. So squares are motivators. They're not really, they're not a bad aspect. They are, as I said before, motivators. So this is a really okay, so I get really excited. This is a really wonderful opportunity to connect with spirit, to go within, to look at what has empowered you in the past and what you need to do going forward. This is kind of epiphanies where you could be doing something and say, wow, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. It's almost like there's major life-changing decisions for a lot of people, and people will make it. Will make those life-changing decisions. It's about being empowered. It's about doing what's right for you, what's right for everyone, because what's right for you is right for everyone. Now, you must be careful not to let the ego get in. So it's really important to meditate. It's really important to hear. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening. So all you have to do is to make sure that your pride and ego don't get in the way, and that you humbly go within and search for what's right for you. I mean, this is just such a powerful full moon. It's exciting. Now, Venus, Mercury moves into Libra about 3:15 in the afternoon. And I also want to mention that what's interesting at this full moon is Mercury rules Virgo. And so that's together in the sign with the sun. So this is what's interesting is, right, the ruler of Virgo is next to the sun, and the ruler of Pisces is next to the moon. This makes it even more powerful and stronger. And we will look, Pisces and Neptune is about creativity on the higher scale, right? It's creativity, it's illusion, it's like tapping into the ethereal realm. And on the downside, it can be delusion, it can be foggy, it can take you in daydreams, and it's very difficult to get focused sometimes. Like, I've had to pull myself together. When Neptune is at play, it's you can have a lifetime in a couple of hours, and it's important not to kind of You can get melancholy at this time, and you can get a little sad, and perhaps, especially when the squares are happening, you can get a little fearful. But you have Mars opposite Neptune too, so that kind of gives you, Mars and the Sun, it gives you that kind of energy that you want to get up and you want to do something, and you want. But what's interesting is Pisces is relaxed and chill and contemplate and be creative, and Mars and the Sun is like action and creativity and excitement and fast energy. So you have this push-pull. It's important to remain balanced during this time. And what is lovely is that Venus moves into its home sign of Libra, right? A bit later on that day, after Mercury moves into Libra. And Mercury is about, balance. Mercury is about the intellect, thought process, and communication. And Libra is about balance and diplomacy. And so, your communications become a lot more kind of calmer and balanced and harmonious. And Venus moves into Libra, and that's Venus's home sign. She's very refined in Libra. She's intellectual. She likes to express herself through poetry and music and art. So we will feel that wonderful expression of poetry and art and music. Will get that incredible appreciation for that. And actually, that's a really great way to channel that energy. And if you're a writer or you're into the visual arts, this is perfect energy for you to move forward. But all in all, this really powerful full moon, prepare for it. Do a full moon ritual, charge your crystals. Do a ritual, meditate during it. I'm going to go out and I will meditate in the outdoors under this moon. I will moon bathe and I will meditate under this full moon, because we are going to make such amazing connections during this time. Thank you, guys. Let's go to your tarot reading, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for September the 9th through September the 15th. Guys, thank you for your patience and your support and your loyalty. I really appreciate you sticking by through this difficult time for me. Losing my brother has been very intense, I have to say. Anyway, thank you. So this is for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn to get them through this week, please? 3 cards for Capricorn. Oh, 2 more cards for Capricorn, please. 2 more cards. Oh, you got the 2 cards right there. Oh, okay. There's so much crossover. If you know your sun, moon, and rising, check it out. You definitely... there's a lot of crossover here. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Oh, I thought that was going to come out. Please clarify. Oh, there you go. Please clarify for Capricorn. Please clarify. Oh, there it is, darling. Oh, there it is. You know what? This is so funny how the same cards come out the same week, right? Not each week, but in a week you get the same kind of cards over and over again. Okay, please clarify. Okay. All right. Here's your cards. The first card out for you is the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the Fool. Then you have the 3 of Pentacles, followed by the Chariot. And then you have the 7 of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. He's known as the Green Knight, Capricorn. Okay, so the first card out is the 10 of Pentacles. This is like, you know, your material well-being is taken care of. So this is like you've arrived. If you're not feeling this abundant, you will soon. So this is definitely, look, riches. It's a big coffer. It's a big chest of gold. So you're getting paid, Capricorn, and you know you love that. Now, clarifying this lovely big chest of gold is the Fool. So I feel that this is a new, spirits here, my nose is itching like crazy, that this is a new adventure for you. This is a new journey. It's a new beginning. So I don't think you've been kind of paid like this before. This is like abundance coming in, and it is exciting. There's change definitely happening for you, and sometimes with change there's a little fear, and you may be in fear of losing money or losing something, and that's actually what the underlying energy for this full moon is. We can go into that place of fear, but we have to, it's going to be, it's right, self-discipline to get ourselves out of that. So I keep saying reach for a better feeling thought. So that's very true. So, you know, with changes, we sometimes think, oh no, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, what's around the corner? And the Fool is like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. What's around the corner? This is so exciting. So it's the same kind of thoughts with totally different energy. And so that's what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to look upon this journey or this change as an adventure and understand that everything happens for a reason. Now the next card out is the 3 of Pentacles. This is about abundance, right? I think of 3 as expansion, but it's abundance through focus and artistry. And what's interesting is you have the Chariot clarifying this. And the Chariot is about being tenacious. It's about being determined. It's about focusing, laser focus. It's about, you know, completing a journey triumphantly. So I feel that you've been on a very difficult journey, Capricorn, somewhat of a difficult journey. And that doesn't surprise me because you've got Pluto and Saturn transiting your sign, and Pluto's about transformation, so that can be, you know, scary. It can be scary at times, you know, when you know, things are brought up and you're going to, you know, you have to completely change. You know, we don't like change. We like the status quo, don't we? We don't want that upheaval. But it's a transformation. When you embrace the change and you do the work, things always turn out for the best. I really think that it's very important to focus. And remember to keep the momentum going. Don't slow down. Keep going. You may have completed a journey, and yes, it was very difficult, and you came out triumphant. Great. But keep it going, and really, really focus. And focus on artistry. That's what I'm saying. Art and creativity. Stay in creativity. Create something wonderful all the time. You know, something. whatever floats your boat. If it's, excuse me, drawing a picture, playing an instrument, carving something, making a cabinet, doing something that, you know, makes you feel proud of to complete. Now, the next card out for you is the Seven of Cups. Excuse me. The Seven of Cups is about confusion, really. It kind of reminds me of Neptune, and Neptune's playing a huge role this week. So when the seven is introspective, when the Seven of Cups comes in, it's about going inside. It's about clearing your mind. It's about decluttering it. Stop that chatter in your, you know, what we call the monkey brain, so that you can clearly and effectively make a decision. And this, look, you've got the Knight of Pentacles clarifying this. So this is, take your time. Don't rush into anything. Because the Knights are all about moving forward, right? And even the Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward, but he moves forward really carefully, really strategically. He surveys the land. He doesn't make a move until he thinks it's necessary. And he doesn't go charging in like the other Knights. He's not going to expend any energy that he needs, that doesn't need to be spent. So he's not going to waste anything. He's not going to waste his energy. He is going to move forward strategically and methodically. So he is going to move forward, but he's going to be very careful. So this is about, you know, taking the time, meditate, clear your mind, and make an informed decision with a clarity of mind, and plan it. Plan your move. You know, be determined. You know, have resolve. Move forward no matter what, but not quickly. Take your time. Contemplate your next move. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, social media. Help me grow this channel, and comment. I live for comments and feedback. I always respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.